Hello, and welcome back to the mountain top of the Giants' or the Giants' mountaintop catacombs. Last time went very, very poorly. I died a bunch on a long run to a watchdog. Shouldn't have died nearly as much. I kept going because I wanted to recover my runes. And then after dying to the tree spirit at the bottom here, I died to these guys, making the 20 minutes at least that it took to get my runes back completely moot and a waste of time, which I feel kind of bad about. Like, not even the, oh, I died and lost runes. Mostly the, I spent 20 minutes trying to recover all my runes, and then I die and lose it to 2 gargoyles. The gargoyles do a lot of damage. They hit for like a third of my HP, but I shouldn't have died. Dying to the tree spirit I don't feel that bad about, and if it bites me I get one shot, but getting one shot by it biting me. Kind of just how it works. But it is what it is. This episode will maybe be shorter than the last one. Well, it'll definitely be shorter than the last one. It might be shorter than the average one that I aim for like a practicality perspective. And then he just does this exact same attack again. Wow. Such a fun enemy type. I hate this enemy. It's just too much movement. I just don't like enemies that move this much. It really doesn't help that this is a tiny arena. But I'm just not a fan of enemies that force you to chase them around. I didn't do the buff. Or if I did, it wore off real quick. And I die. It might be faster to Alt F4 here. And then load back in, because the death animation takes a little while. I wonder if you could get a fast enough loading computer that it would actually be better. It's kind of interesting. I messed up, obviously. I'm just pre-tilted because this is right after the previous one. I'm just not a fan of this fight. Like, it's not so close quarters that it's unbearable. But it's like the worst of both worlds in my mind, because it's small enough quarters so you can't like make any meaningful space from the enemy. But it's not small enough quarters that he can't move around all around the world. Like, he just constantly moves, and that's just not fun. It's like dragons and they're flying everywhere that bugs me, because it's just you have to chase them around, and that just is a drag. Whoop. I have a Wikipedia page open about arachnid locomotion, though. That could be fun. The next, if I die again, I will start reading it to myself and then repeat anything that's interesting, but because yeah, like arachnids use exact same attack again. Except this time he did the bite instantly instead of after a long combo of attacks. Every other time he did a long combo first. Okay, give me the critical. Here to read about arachnid hydraulics, though. Is it hydraulics if it's not... Hydraulics can be any liquid, right? Oh, okay. Hydro must not mean water. It must be more fluid. In the sense of, like, gases or fluids and stuff. That sort of fluid. I'm dead because I'm bad. I'm thinking too much about fluids and how, like, fluid can, well, actually, fluid is a fluid word. Fluid can mean like liquid and gas, stuff that behaves in a fluid manner. But fluid can also mean that a word is variable, which, though, the word being sort of variable in a fluid manner, kind of still tracks with the normal definition of fluid. I hate this run. I could definitely dodge both, but I don't because I'm bad. Okay, one more swing, thank you. I'm doing a terrible job here. I'm trying to read about the elastics. Oh, I could talk about the difference between elastic and plastic, but that's like elastic versus plastic deformation. Oh, so fun. Definitely a lot of fun to learn about plastic deformation, which is basically elastic deformation. It will spring back into place. Plastic deformation, it won't, which you can see illustrated with elastics and with plastics. If you have a plastic that you can stretch and it becomes thin and stretched out, it won't go back. If you stretch an elastic band, it will. Again, the exact same start every time. I hate giant enemies that you can't see what's going on. He should stagger. He didn't stagger. That was greed, of course, but I thought there was like 90% chance of stagger there. Oh, it's like, I think grasshoppers? Like, I just, hemolymph instead of blood is what spiders use to move nutrients around. Is what I just read in Wikipedia. There's like there's something about, I hate how accurate they are. Grasshoppers need, like, moving around is how they move nutrients through their body. The issue with that is I don't know where the supposed source for this supposed information is. Like, I don't know where I would have heard it, so I don't know if wherever I heard it is trustworthy. Because it needs some sort of source. Grasshopper, not digestive system, but I don't know what to search. But they're weird. They're like, they move around, I think, too. I need to find the info. Diet and digestion. Further information. Digestive systems of insects. Is it can do, oh, variety at least. Not the exact same. I'm slow. I should have. That was weird. I should have been hit by that, I think. Okay, I didn't know that was an attack. One more. Maybe if I hit the head, it would be enough to stagger. I mean, I don't think I can be able to get a crit. It's probably stuck on a wall. Quick attack. One more, one more, one more. Roll attack. Thank you. I hate this enemy. That was lucky. Worthless. Maybe there's something good in here, though. I'm looking at grasshoppers. Death root. That is good to collect. I need to make sure I collect those before I get to the other area. Yes, the circulatory system. Like other insects, grasshoppers have an open circulatory system, which I think basically just means there's fluid all about their body that is used for circulating stuff. So yeah, it is pumped by a heart-like structure. So it's not just jumping around to move stuff. It is actually more reminiscent of normal. Normal's not really the right word. Mammalian non-insect circulatory systems, actually. If I remember correctly, fish have kind of weird structures. I don't know if it's the circulatory system that is part of the weird structure, or if it's just the, like, skeleton that's weird compared to, you know, humans and mammals. What a weird enemy type. How did that... I should have died there, but... He just has a fire aura around him? Or did I just happen to jump directly into a projectile in the air that staggered me a bit? The projectile in the air seems likely. I need to be careful here. Yeah, grasshoppers are... Oh, well. Grasshoppers are interesting as a child until you have one in your hand and then there's yellow liquid that I don't think is grasshopper urine. I think it's probably just other excretory material. But once that happens, you're like, oh yeah, no, I'm not gonna grab grasshoppers anymore. Kinda gross. I'd rather grab frogs. Not that I really grab frogs often, because it's kind of mean. But... I think I can just run sometimes. Or I'd get one shot. Good. Probably should have just ran past and killed this guy first, instead of doing it this way. Just come back after. Frogs are neat. It was pretty funny, because I had a, you know, random story of personal life, sorta. As a kid, there was a summer camp that was like a soccer camp. I was never really into soccer. I mean, I think most of the people at the soccer camp weren't really that into soccer in the, like, serious manner. I think anyone that was really into soccer would be part of the various, I don't know if they were leagues, but there were soccer teams and stuff for 6-year-olds that plenty of people I knew played in. So... Well, I mean, there were more hockey teams like that people played in, but there was at least one, like, common... Maybe it was Tim Hortons branded? I can't remember. It might have been Tim Hortons adjacent. That might have been a hockey league, though. It might have been on Tim Hortons hockey league. But yeah, there was a soccer league that kids played in I never was part of, and they would be probably in that if they were super serious about soccer. They're like, what 6-year-old is super serious about soccer? It's generally parents wanting them to do a sport. Though sometimes it will be more serious, they'll like have fun, but... Anyway, it was that. It was near a river. which meant that there was a bit of a marshy area. And you know what people that didn't really care about soccer would rather do than not really play soccer, because we didn't really play much soccer that I can remember? The real thing you would do is look for frogs. You wouldn't really grab them because it was a little bit too muddy in my, or I think you also would get yelled at if you grabbed frogs, because like, don't grab frogs for no reason like that. Especially when you're supposed to be doing soccer camp stuff. But yeah, it'd be a lot of time looking at frogs at the very least. It was fun. Much more fun than trying to play soccer with a bunch of other like 6-year-olds, 7-year-olds. Can't even remember what age I was. But it was probably at most like 8 or 9 years old, so it was basically a way to keep us busy during the day in the summer. As all summer camp really is. It's mostly about keeping people busy so that parents can, you know, go to work while the kids are not at school. There's some fun summer camps. None of them were very memorable. I think there was a swimming camp that I did where they put me in the wrong group because I was small. Despite the fact that I'm assuming when signing up it was like, yeah, no, they know how to swim and they're pretty good at swimming. But no, we group you with the people that don't know how to swim. Because I was short. It was pretty weird. You can't really, like, I think most of those sorts of things would be run by, like, I don't know, not
to think
old
we meet
people.
in such a place. What could your purpose possibly? No. I know well enough who you are. And what I know is good enough for me. Call upon me again, in battle, should you have the need.
I assume she
Searching, I heard the master of the fort
was given a
medallion. Indeed. I believe that is where the Caelid tree is hidden somewhere in these northern lands.
How does she know? I only heard it from a guy that only told me because I had... What? Weird. I only got told where it was because I had the other half of the medallion. I guess she knows because she's directly tied to Melania, so someone told her previously. I don't know. I'm kind of lost. Today's just a weird day. I had stuff to talk about last time, but then I got stuck fighting the same enemy for 20 plus minutes when I should have been done in 5. So kind of just ran out of anything, because I have to go there after going all the way around. Good fun. Okay. I have bell bearings to give to the husk. But it is what it is. I think if I did the Volcano Manor quest, maybe I get it anyway. I think it might be Volcano Manor quest, post Volcano Manor quest specific, that a guy shows up with a bleed based whip somewhere in this area. Where am I even trying to go? Do I want to go left or do I want to go? I think left gets me upstairs. I guess I'll go to the right first. Yeah, I don't know. There's something about this area that just doesn't really leave me wanting to explore thoroughly. It feels like... It's sort of weird to say. It feels like it's a place where you should... That was weird. The first hit did damage, but it didn't do, like, any stagger. Which just feels odd. And he just moves out of the fire. Oh, okay. Totally makes sense. Guess I should just sort of go for whatever the biggest stagger chance is, huh? I love this enemy type. I know they're one-shottable once you get them down, but... it's such a... it is the same issue with the dragons and the tree spirits. They just move so much. If they moved less, they would be less annoying. Of course, these ones would be too easy to fight if they didn't move, for sure. Because they're just clunky. What was that? What was that last hit I got on his right leg? I'd already been hit and like staggered, so why did it stagger me? I mean, he's still not staggering. This is never happening. I should switch to the hammer, honestly. Because I don't think he's gonna... okay, I was about to say I'm not thinking he's gonna stagger very quickly, but he did eventually. But maybe the hammer would have been a better choice. Because I imagine it has better poised damage. So I'm gonna switch to that for now. On the assumption that it will be better at knocking out those sorts of giants, and that there's a few more of them. There's one over that way. That one might come to life, I'm not sure. But I think for those, the hammer will be better. Because of the direct physical damage being superior. But if I don't have to fight any more of those, then switching to the hammer is a waste of time. But that guy is alive, good. Well, I mean, that's so much better. That's so much better against these guys. Like... oh, he didn't actually one-shot it, though. That's the first giant not getting one-shot by the critical. And... I'm actually kind of surprised. I guess they now actually have enough HP that the critical isn't lethal. Yeah. The physical damage is important on that. Like 456 versus 494. Because that's still standard pierce. Despite it being super blunt, it's standard pierce and not strike. It's the strike damage that's important there. Strike damage is what I need to fight those. I assumed that the death poker was a strike weapon. Just because it's not sharp. It is called a death poker, so I should have clued in, but like... it's not very sharp. It's like... I was thinking it wasn't standard, but I guess that's wrong. But it also does explain why these enemies are better to deal with a hammer, because it's a strike weapon. Oh, this is bringing me upstairs, huh? It's not stairs. I don't know why I'm calling it upstairs. It's like... I have a page open about grasshoppers. Like, grasshoppers are locusts? Or locusts are grasshoppers? Where, like, it's a specific phase of a specific type. Oh, is this... is that the dragon area? Ooh, I land on that. Neat. Yeah, I think it's the dragon is over forward to the right on the snow. So let's try... let's use the death poker a bit. And the... no, I don't want to fight this dragon for very long. If the dragon is here, I want to kill it quickly because it's a dragon and dragons are really obnoxious. But yeah, if it starts to become a blizzard, then I know I'm going the right way. And that I'm not misremembering. Yeah, it's cool to know that, like, locusts are, to the best of my knowledge, just a specific... It's just a specific phase of a grasshopper's life cycle. A specific species of grasshopper. But it's super... Oh, actually, frostbite focused weapons are probably not ideal. I can't see him. I hate this enemy. Aesthetically, it's great. It fits... Ooh, FPS drop there. It fits the aesthetic of this very well. So that's the only, like, saving grace. It's aesthetically very pleasing that it causes a blizzard. Is this a double swipe? It isn't? Oh, that's a lot of damage. That's good. Not a stagger. Now I need to unlock on. Get the stab. Lock onto the skull. And then be prepared to buff again. I'm gonna die. I didn't. Oh, okay, good. That's... Oh, I thought he was supposed to disappear. And teleport somewhere else and create a new blizzard, but he didn't. I'm actually shocked. I might die here. Yep. I didn't think I'd die in 2 ticks, but I didn't even try to roll because I don't think I would have been able to roll through it safely, but I messed up. I should have just hopped onto my horse, actually, and then just ran to the left. It was like part of... Like, they become locusts when they swarm. So there's some sort of, like... They need a certain degree of proximity with one another that then triggers swarming. Which is neat. Locusts have become plagues since prehistory. Swarming grasshoppers. Swarming phase of certain species of short-horned grasshoppers. I didn't know that any grasshoppers had horns. Okay, good. I can grab this. He's facing the wrong direction? Or it is facing the wrong button again, as always, sometimes. What the... I mean, good try, I guess? Aim, please? Oh. Please unlock on. Lock onto this head. Give me a frost breath, please. I don't know what he's doing. Or it's doing. It was killing a jellyfish for some reason. What's it doing? Oh, this is good. That's the best opportunity to attack the head. I need stamina. I probably could go for 1 R2. But I'm really would rather play it safer. What's he doing? Old roar? Is it a phase change? I have no idea what he's about to do. Oh, it's just a roar. Okay. Okay, that's good. If I get another 2 headshots, I think he's dead. But I don't get any headshots. Let's rebuff. Let's drink this. Interesting. Okay, he's dead. No, he's not. He's roaring again, and I died. I didn't think he could roar twice in a row without enough time to get an R2 in. That's my error. I don't feel bad about... Well, I feel like I should have played it a little safer, but... Yeah. Locusts are kind of nifty. Locusts are, like, significantly bigger? I was like... I think when I've read, I'm not looking at it right now because it's hard to read. It's like... When they swarm, they generally die fairly quickly after? Or something like that? Though it might just be that they lose a lot of energy after swarming, so they can die more easily afterwards. The issue is I can't read it too much while I'm driving towards the dragon. Get on a horse. But I can actually get to where I can see where the dragon is. I'm glad he didn't hit me there. I'm glad I didn't hit him. I can't see what's happening. Oh, that was so slow. The delay after that R2 was incredibly long. Oh, I don't have the shield buff. Did the shield buff drop, or did I not even activate it? It must have dropped. Still not a fan of this type of... Ah, lovely. Okay, at least it's a good attack. Because this attack is the best opportunity to deal damage. I just need to get... I should be able to stagger him in 1 or 2 more hits. Okay. Let's just preemptively Cerulean. He should stagger soon. I guess I just run away from this, huh? I couldn't get past that safely. Okay, good. And missed again. Okay. Please no frostbite. I think a frostbite would have killed me there. He still didn't stagger. There it is. Yeah, okay. That took longer than I think it should have. I wasn't playing very well. Another dragon heart. New thing at the dragon communion. I'm gonna go grab this. I still have a lot to explore in this area. Even in this area, there's probably a lot, but I'm gonna go get that next so that I have the map. Which I think I have to go this way first. Look at all the skulls. That dragon must have killed a lot of people. Hey, that's a church. Is that a crimson tier? Is that a flask upgrade? Or is it going to be something else? Swarming grasshoppers. It's interesting that they're considered a delicacy. Not so much because they're bugs, but mostly because they don't seem... Like, delicacy doesn't mean rare. But generally, I'm like, delicacy sort of has a connotation of rarity. But maybe locusts are somewhat rare. I should talk to her. What's the definition of delicacy?
Spoken echoes of Queen Marika linger here as well. Shall I share them with you?
Actually, let's let this play instead of trying to speed it up by clicking.
In Marika's own words, hark, brave warriors. Hark, my lord Godfrey. We commend your deeds. Guidance hath delivered ye through each ordeal to the place ye stand. Put the giants to the sword and confine the flame atop the mount. Let a new epoch begin, an epoch glistening with life. Brandish the Elden Ring for the age of the Erd Tree.
Does she have more to say?
We're almost there. The flame of ruin lies just ahead. I'm glad it was you I traveled with. I must tender my thanks to Torrent, too. Thank you, Torrent. Please continue to lend your aid. Till the end.
Okay.
Shall I let my hand share them with me?
So looking at
Your thoughts,
Wikipedia's
your ambitions.
definition of delicacy, it says a rare food, but I think like Peking duck, it's not rare in the same way as like a black truffle. It's just, I guess something can be a delicacy if it's just inconvenient. So it doesn't need to be like you have to find it by chance. Like a truffle, I think people still can't farm truffles properly. So you have to find them naturally with like truffle hunting pigs or whatnot. But those are rare to even be able to get. Oh, no, no. I don't want to fight lobsters. Bye. That's scarier than the dragon. Like, those lobsters would be much more annoying to fight than the dragon. Oh, that's not worth it. What? What? That looks so out of place. It looks so bad. Huh? Like, that looks like it could be something from like a PlayStation 2 game. And it doesn't fit very well. It just looks... Not that everything in this game looks amazing, but like... It looks significantly worse than a lot of other stuff. It could partially just be that it doesn't look like it should be there in the first place, because that's not sort of how it would naturally appear. Time to explode. I missed. I mean, I got the first one at least, but... Come on, run on the fire. Thank you. It's kind of okay for fighting dogs. Oh. Oh, yeah. This area is actually kind of interesting. Oh, no. Oh, no. Bye. I'm not fighting you. I'm running past all this stuff to get the map, and then I'll come back. The red-eyed ones are more aggressive in some sort of manner. Like, this is exactly where I just sort of skim through and try to get past everything, because there's just so much stuff, but none of it really... I don't know. None of it's very intriguing. It's just, oh yeah, this is a military fort. Like, by the time I get to this part of the game, it sort of feels, oh yeah, I've seen this stuff already. It's kind of the same as it's always been. And it's a big area. Whereas this ice looks so bad. Whereas the crumbling Farum Azura? I'm not sure about the final pronunciation area. Like, the crumbling area, it's fairly contained, so fully exploring it doesn't feel daunting. I still had to rely on a guide to locate the... I had to rely on a guide just to locate... I'm not going to explore any of this right now. I'm going to explore this next. Just to locate the boss dragon, the, like, optional dragon fight. Like, just to locate that, I had to follow a guide because it was very hard to... It's very, specific. You have to drop to a get to a specific location. Oh, there's definitely a deathbird near here. Absolutely, there's a deathbird somewhere near here. Or, no, maybe not a deathbird. Maybe it's a, Skelly boy. Boat. Tibia Mariner. But I could be misremembering. But I'm not sure. No, it's definitely a Tibia Mariner, right? I think I made decisions, but I'm thinking more and more I should probably go back to trying to locate the various items in the underground section near the start of the game. I should definitely go back to that pretty soon. I want to look at the map. I'm trying to get here, because I'm pretty sure this is the place that you get the Halig Tree medallion. It might be called the Halig Tree medallion, but I should go here later. Basically, I think my plan is I'm going to try to leave the mountaintop. Oh, yep. I'm going to try to leave the mountaintop reasonably unexplored. So yeah, this is indeed the area with a deathbird further down. And a Tibia Mariner right over here. The location for this guy really does stick with me pretty well. Okay, sit in the fire for a little while, please, while I fight these snails. And please don't just kill me. That took no damage. He took no damage from that. That's kind of weird. Well, that's weird that that didn't hit me. That did okay damage. I think the explosion's worth it against him here. Ooh, it actually staggered. Got him. So now there won't be any skeletons. I think that's the one I wanted to consider using as another great sword. As like a potential complement to this. I'm not gonna use it right now, but like if I wanted to do this in case of emergencies to like jump attack spam, this was the option that I was like, this is what I'll use for that. It is a weapon buff. And then I can do this. And then they're both buffed. That's pretty fun, actually. I like that. There is something to that that's pretty neat. I don't know how good it will be damage-wise, but that's time to get sidetracked. Well, I should wrap up soon anyway, so I will leave for now. I'll go upgrade this as sort of another side weapon. Basically for emergencies. Like if I get to Millennia and using the Moonlight Greatsword isn't effective enough and I want to jump attack spam to stagger her, then I can rely on this. Perfect. You can get to +8, which is... I do like that the base damage is perfectly balanced between the two, which suggests maybe it would have similar stats if I had more... Actually, no, I have 43 strength, 43 int, so it's definitely not balanced between the two. It is slightly better physical, distinctly worse magical. But Ruinous Ghost Flame is cheaper to use. I'm about to wrap up, but I'm gonna... go back to this guy and see what happens if I use that against him. Just sort of see how it feels. So this needs to swap. This needs to become a shield. Way at the bottom. So, where is he? He is to the east, right? Yeah, southeast. I'll just sort of see what the Ghost Flame attack does against this guy. See if it does good damage. See if it's worthwhile. It's too slow. It's too slow. In that exact scenario. I know I could wait for an appropriate opening, obviously. Please. Okay, thank you. That was way early. I'm playing terribly. I just fought a dragon that's probably harder than this one. I missed. Okay. Okay, Scarlet Rot. Scarlet Rot again. This dragon might be more annoying, actually. I think this dragon might be more annoying than the one I just fought. Because that Scarlet Rot is a lot more of a nuisance than the occasional Frostbite step was. I mean, I hit 903 after the buff. I guess I should just attack his wing to see what the swing does. I just want to see what the swing does. That's pretty good. I think that's respectable damage. I missed. Jump over a wall. Oh yeah, I wanted to also check how it was buffed with Contagious Fury. See whether it hits hard enough. I'm really not a fan of where this guy is fought, actually. That's part of the issue. Okay, no. Probably not worth Contagious Fury for this. Wrong button. Yeah, it's pretty good. I'm happy with it so far. Considering I've barely used it, but... It hits... actually, it is better with Contagious Fury for sure. It just procced a dot, or a big damage. Does it have bleed? I didn't actually pay attention to if it had bleed. No, it doesn't. Why did he take so much damage there, then? Was there something that I was not paying attention to? Oh! Oh, Ghost Flame. Ghost Flame procs Frost. Yeah, okay. That makes sense. It has no inbuilt Frost, but the Ghost Flame, when it is applied, can proc Frost. That makes sense. This is pretty good. I'm happy with this. It's another option. Hey, that was bad. And then I will use the Ash of War to kill him. Cool. I'm happy with that. It was much better than I expected it to be. Still worse than the Greatsword, probably. Well, it is a Greatsword, but it's probably still worse than this. As if I'm willing to strong attack. I think this might be better. Like, the buff provided might be stronger for normal attacks, potentially. And I say that mostly because I don't actually use this for normal attacks, so I don't actually have a good way to judge that. Oh, actually, the easiest thing to test right now would be sort of see what the numbers are. Because I can have both. So, if I two-hand this, use that. I can't two-hand this. I can't do it that way. Never mind. Okay. So this is 243. I mean, I think it had more physical. Oh no, I can do both. I forgot that for some reason the Moonlight one takes precedence. I mean, that buff does a lot to bring them closer together. It loses physical power when it's buffed. It's 84 instead of 106 or whatever. Interesting. That's cool. So yeah, 84. Well, no, I was two-handing it. That's what I was comparing it to. Because if I'm not two-handing it, it's probably 84 anyway. Yeah, okay. I was comparing it to two-handing. But it's 110 more magic damage there. 268. 65 more. Like, it's a bigger buff, except it probably improves the frost buildup, so... Wow, but they both improve frost buildup. The Ghost Flame gives frost buildup, and the Moonlight Greatsword buff gives frost buildup, but this gives a bigger... The Ghost Flame gives a bigger increase to the magic attack. Oops, wrong button again. I kind of want to see what happens if I swing this at some stuff. See how the damage goes. Can I ride this without removing that? Good. Okay. Oh, I was going to go for a snail. Not that snail, though. Okay, come on. I mean, that's not very amazing. That was probably only one sword hitting, yeah. Hate these snails. Yeah, that's pretty good, actually. I'm not going to rely on this. I'm going to try and use it as like a emergency I give up jump attack spam setup. But that seems pretty good for emergency jump attack spam. Like it probably has... Ooh, I didn't see that coming. I thought that was going to be a missile that was flying at me. But for a... Like it probably also has really good frost buildup between the two of them, huh? Like... It will just evolve into jump attack spam, so I'm not going to use it much. But I will consider it. I'll definitely consider it. For emergencies, basically. I think for now this is probably better than the Death Poker. Death Poker might be better against like some bosses to get the like cast off a lot. That's just weird. It's a ghost tree, but the roots of the ghost tree are clearly like several meters under the ground, because that's not the base of a tree. That's not what the base of a tree looks like. Anyway, I'm gonna stop dilly-dallying and wrap it up here. Before I wrap it up, I remember seeing some video of... There's knights in this castle that will teleport. Like, teleport behind you and murder you. You can shoot them. There's one that you can shoot from somewhere up here, maybe? And if you hit them somehow, I don't know how they show up. Hey, there's a lion. But like, if you hit it, they will teleport all the way from down there up here and just kill you. Kind of funny. And like, a lot of... Very interesting to me. That they don't have like a teleport range in that sort of way. Yeah. I'll wrap it up here with a new weapon that is... It says steeple, so... It does make me think of, you know, the peak of a building. Yeah. I'll continue right here. And... I'll see how it goes. So... Have a nice day. Bye-bye.